Good afternoon, you guys. So I'm here with Joseph. He's a current employee at Neiman Marcus. Hey Joseph.
What's up, man?
Um, I just want you to give us a brief information about yourself.
Okay. Um, my name is Joseph. Everybody calls me Joe. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. I moved here about 5 years ago, and it was because I wanted to study fashion design. And so this was back in 2012, yeah. And just because back at home they don't really offer programs for people like me and other artists, so I went to HTC. Um, and I studied for a while, and I ended up dropping out actually in 2014, and just because I had a lot of personal stuff going on, but now I'm back in road.
Back and roll.
So um, I like HCC. It's a really good school. What else?
So what are you studying? What are you studying at HCC?
I'm studying fashion design.
Oh, fashion design.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to be a designer at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I'm really passionate about styling, but I think it's gives me a stronger profile to have a design degree, just because I want to go into custom design and custom styling for TV shows and movies. So I think a design degree and having that knowledge is really important for me. So that's why I'm studying design. Yeah.
So how's it like working at Neiman Marcus?
Neiman Marcus is a really good company. I've been with them for about 3 years now. And when I first started, I started as a sales associate, and it was in 2014. And then I left the company and I went to do visual styling for other companies. And then I actually went back to the company to do visual styling because at the time when I was a sales associate, they didn't have a position open.
Okay.
So that's how I actually got a job. I love my job. It doesn't even feel like work just because I go in every day and I'm doing what I love to do, which is styling. And visual styling is it's different from other type of styling because it really requires you to pay attention to detail, and you're like constantly changing mannequin looks and changing the floor like 100 times in 5 minutes. Like it's like OCD, like it's crazy.
Yeah.
And but I enjoy it. I love it.
And I know how that goes because I used to work for a suit company. It's called Sumor. I don't know if you heard of it.
Yeah.
So I was the manager there,
Yeah.
and then I had to do a whole bunch of
Right.
a whole bunch of styling,
Right.
styling different mannequins. So
Yeah.
just to grab the attention of
Yeah.
different clients.
Yeah.
Because they want to see like, oh, okay,
Right.
this store has some sense of fashion.
And that's basically what it is. And it's like how to engage customers and make them think of styling in a new way.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what I like most about my job at Neiman's is my boss. He doesn't micromanage. He encourages you to truly be an artist, and encourages you to challenge customers to dress in a way that they probably won't. And I just think that for Houston, like, we have such a conservative market, and you have to really educate them on how to bring like the inner fashionista out of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just such a cool company, guys. And Neiman Marcus is still like one of the retailers to not have been bought out yet. And I think that's something special to still hold on to. And I think that's something that means a lot to our clientele and our customers. So me specifically, I specialize in contemporary women's wear. So that's what I'm in charge of when I go to work. So my everyday routine is like basically I go in and make sure my floor looks amazing. Sometimes there's seasonal directives, and we even sometimes cater to like events that happen in the wear. Like if we have a designer that dies or passes away, sometimes we might tribute, do a window installation that caters to them and stuff like that. So it's really an amazing job, and it's crazy because when I first went to HCC and I took intro, we did a field trip to the school. To the Neiman Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
And I would have never thought that I would be Neiman Marcus visual. So it's like if you really like believe in yourself and you work hard, you can really do anything you want to do. Because it was crazy to just walk in and meet the visual manager and the visual team when I was just a student at ACC, and then now I'm actually working on that team. You know, like that's just such an amazing feeling.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It took a lot of hard work and. It took a lot of no's and me not accepting those and just really keep on working hard, honestly. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, that's awesome. So, do you have like different clients that come to you and be like, hey, can you style me? Or
So, this is how visual styling works because I know a lot of people. I think a lot of people think it's like personal shopping, and it's not. It's literally. It has nothing to do with customers.
Okay.
So you're kind of behind the scenes, and you dress mannequins, you do art displays, you do window installations, any type of seasonal directives that you get from corporate. So we're the reason why the store looks the way it looks. So when you walk by the store and you see the windows or you see mannequins, hanging from a ceiling or something like that, artwork on the wall, we are literally the reason the store looks the way it looks. So a lot of the times I'm not even styling, like it's about like setting up events for parties or setting up fashion shows, and you wouldn't even see us. Like if you were going into the store to shop, you rarely see us because we knock out a lot of the projects early in the morning, and the only time you might really see us is if you just really want an opinion from a visual stylist about an outfit or something like that. But we're literally the core of the store and the bread and butter, like just making sure it always looks like high fashion at all times and like really good at all times. But it's really like the sales associates who would deal with the customers, like as far as like working with their wardrobe and everything. We're just like kind of like the guidance, like if a manager doesn't know how to merchandise a certain area, we'll step in and say, this is how you do it. Blase, blase. Like
Gotcha.
we're the visual just means sales support. That's all it is. It's not you're not always being a stylist. It's about helping the store make numbers, and in order to do that, you have to make sure it looks fashionable, presentable, and safe at all times. So that's basically what it is.
Gotcha. Can you tell us a little bit about, I guess, when it comes to like positions throughout the store, from sales associate through visual styling and managers, like what's the wages?
So like as far as like with visual, Neiman's does require you to have like prior experience in visual, like about 5 years.
5 years, okay.
I'm just gonna share my story. I didn't even have 5 years. Like I was just really, really passionate, and like when God give you a gift, you have to believe in it. And I think I only had probably about 3 years, two and a half, 3 years visual experience. And for them to consider me just meant a lot to me, It just showed me that I really have a gift. I always encourage people, you cannot have any experience. And I'm always encouraging people to still apply, because you just never know what type of plan God might have for you. Because sometimes things might just work out that way,
Yep.
So it does require you to have 5 years experience, but I would apply anyway, just because you never know how it's going to work out. I am blessed to be able to pay my bills and work this job, just because most creative fields don't pay a lot. But I'm blessed to be able to survive and keep a roof over my head doing the job that I do. I want to say starting out, you can make about a salary as a visual at least about $30,000.
$30,000.
Which is good, like being young and first starting out, And then if you get to like a lead position and visual manager position, you can get to about $50,000 or $60,000. Yeah.
What about as a sales associate, do you know?
Sales associate, most of the sales associate are commission based. So
Oh,
it's
okay.
job versus commission. So you
Gotcha.
have to really work hard and sell it to make your money.
Mm-hmm. Awesome. So what's your future goals? Knowing that you're working at Neiman, how's that gonna help you as your career as a designer?
So my goal is to continue working with Neiman's, because I'm just in such a good standing with them, and they're actually like building Neiman Marcus in New York, and it opens like next year.
Okay.
So spring 2019. So honestly, my plan would be to finish school, get my degree, and once I figure that out, if God presents an opportunity for me to move to New York and then I can work at Neiman Marcus in New York, that would be my idea. And then my long-term goal is to have like a small fine apparel streetwear line, and then also style celebrities and style for TV shows and costume design. So that's like my long-term.
That's your long-term goal.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we're wrapping this up. Well, thank you so much, Joseph, for your time. And do you have an Instagram if you want people to?
Oh yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Views from Joe. It's literally VIEWSFROMJOE. Sometimes I post my work on there, sometimes I don't. But you can follow me on there. That's the one I use.
And one more question before we wrap up. Are they hiring right now?
Yes, Neiman Marcus is always hiring. If you go on their website, you'll see the positions that are currently posted. And I always encourage people, throw on a polo and some khakis, throw on something nice, and just walk into the Human Resources office, because we have a really nice Human Resources team. They're really nice women. They'll welcome you in to sit you down and sit you down on the computer to apply there. And I encourage people like meet these people in person, so they get an idea of who you are instead of going online.
Yeah.
So they can put a face to your work, you know.
Yeah. So it just gives you a better.
Yeah, it's just better. Yeah.
A better image.
Yeah.
Yep. Alrighty. Well, we're wrapping this up. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.